Here are the 10 most dangerous dishes in the world. Kumaru, Italy. Brace yourself, this Italian cheese from Sardinia is deliberately infested with live maggots during the aging process. The larvae cause a different type of fermentation, making the cheese much softer. Kumaru is highly prized by Sardinian shepherds, who enjoy it with a typical bread from the island. It's also featured at special occasions like weddings and birthdays. Unfortunately, you can only find kumaru on the black market in Sardinia and Corsica because, for obvious safety reasons, the European Union has banned its sale. Akie and saltfish, Jamaica. A Jamaican breakfast isn't complete without akie and saltfish. This extraordinary dish is a delight for the palate and a breakfast you won't soon forget. It's made from fish, vegetables, and a fruit called akie. Akie grows in the Caribbean and looks sweet and delicious. However, if it's not cooked and fully ripe, akie can release a high dose of glucose that's strong enough to kill an adult. Yet, Jamaicans love akie and wouldn't dream of removing it from their diet. Hakarl, Iceland. Hakarl is a traditional Icelandic dish made from Greenland shark, a creature that has no urinary tract and thus secretes urine through its skin. As a result, its flesh contains a high concentration of uric acid, which is highly poisonous to humans. If consumed fresh, it could kill you within hours. Chefs must ferment the shark and hang it to dry for 6 months to filter out the potentially toxic substances in the meat. It takes either extreme bravery or a touch of recklessness to dare eat hakarl. But it's a tradition in Iceland, and everyone tries it at least once a year. Cassava, Africa, and Asia. Cassava is beloved in Africa, Asia, and South America for its unique taste and delicately savory texture, making it a staple food for 500 million people worldwide. However, if not prepared correctly, especially the bitter variety, cassava can be dangerous or even deadly. Believe it or not, raw bitter cassava contains significant amounts of fast-acting and violently potent cyanide. Symptoms like dizziness, vomiting, and fainting can appear 4 to 6 hours after a meal of raw or insufficiently treated cassava, with death occurring in some cases within just 2 hours. Sonachi, South Korea. Sonachi, or live baby octopus, is a very special traditional South Korean dish. It's a young octopus eaten raw. As soon as it's taken out of the restaurant's aquarium, it must be quickly grabbed with chopsticks before it escapes. Once you catch it, you must hurry to swallow the little animal alive. But be careful, if the tentacles latch onto your palate or throat, they can cause severe choking. In South Korea, an average of 6 people die each year from eating sonachi. Would you risk your life to eat a live octopus? Bullfrog, Namibia. If you're served wawaran, also known as bullfrog, during your travels in Namibia, make sure to check the calendar. This amphibian is only edible during the so-called third rain season when it has finished mating. The rest of the year, eating it could make you very sick and could land you in the hospital for a long time. Silver-striped blasup, Indian Ocean. Be cautious with local dishes if you're on vacation near the Indian Ocean. They may contain blasup, a fish that's extremely toxic. Its skin, liver, and reproductive organs contain a potent poison that can cause muscle paralysis and respiratory problems, enough to ruin your meal completely. Live monkey brain, Asia. In some luxury restaurants in Macau and Hong Kong, you can indulge in a costly, illegal, and above all cruel feast. It works like this: a young monkey is forced to drink alcohol, then strapped into a special cage. The cage is placed under a table with a hole in the center, allowing only the monkey's head to protrude. The diners then eat the brain of the live, tied up, and drunk monkey. This dish is rumored to cure incontinence, but there's no truth to it, and consuming it is risky. The monkey's neural cells can carry diseases like Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, a rare and fatal condition. Blood clams, China. These clams live a few meters deep under the sand or mud, thriving in low-oxygen environments. Highly prized by the Chinese, blood clams are often infected with bacteria such as hepatitis A, typhoid, or dysentery. In 1988, more than 31 people died in Shanghai after consuming these shellfish. It's even said that nearly 15% of those who eat blood clams get various diseases. Fugu, Japan, also known as blowfish, fugu harbors a deadly poison that causes death by respiratory failure. The fish's liver, ovaries, and intestines contain a neurotoxin called tetrodotoxin, ingestion of which leads to sudden paralysis of the respiratory and nervous systems. You'd need to have a death wish to try fugu, knowing there's no antidote and that its toxicity is 500 times greater than cyanide. Would you be able to eat any of these dishes without a problem, or is there one that disgusts you so much you'd never eat it, even under torture? Feel free to let us know in the comments. And as always, don't forget to support the Placid Racoon by giving lots of thumbs up and subscribing if you haven't already. See you next time, and above all, bon appetit!